Hey, what's up? This is the White Rabbit Zach Rain, your Eclipse Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, and you're watching the Three Count Podcast.
That she raised one icon. All of your hate won't change none.
Welcome everybody to another great edition of the Three Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I am your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, as always, and let's go down this roster of one. He is here. He's the Swole Master. He's the one that everybody knows that he books his own shows and books himself to go over every single time. He is the man who beats only bears in Russia if they come at him in reverse directions, but he's done it 27 times. He is also the racist beating and the greatest of our own kind. He is the man, you know him the best. He is the guy they call Chris Idol.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here. It's a little lonely in the studio today, though.
It is a little lonely. Y'all don't understand. Like I've done so many of these, just riding solo. It's good to have a partner. So this is the Three Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring, which means one thing: we have a special guest for you. This man, he has been seen up and down the East Coast, won CW, but more importantly, you can find him on IWTV, a part of Fight Club Pro Wrestling. This is the man. He's been pushing his great title. We have to just give a big round of applause for this man himself. He is a veteran, Army veteran himself, and I'm excited to be actually able to call him, service brother. So give it up for the man himself, Jonny X.
Yo, what is up, people? How's doing? How y'all doing out here?
Hey, man,
Okay.
I appreciate you coming in and just hanging out with us for a second, man.
That's all right. That's cool. It's cool.
But,
I'm nervous.
So
nervous.
nervous? You got nothing.
I'm terrible with questions. We're gonna see.
We're gonna see. We're gonna walk you through everything. You're gonna enjoy it. So really what it is, man, I got a round of questions. Just got a round of questions. We also have a round of questions from our third member who just currently isn't in today. But most importantly, I have to tell you that you have been one of the most requested people to be on the show. So
that's dope. I wouldn't have known that. That's dope.
So, all right, first question for you, man. I asked this. It's kind of like your general statement question. Who is Jonny X?
Jonny X. What are you looking for? Are you looking for the man or the character?
Why not both?
What? Either way. Okay, so me, the Jonny X. I'm a mixture of what I like to say. I'm a mixture of DMX and Malcolm X. I'm a mixture of both. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. I also like to say that I'm also my ancestors' wildest dreams because I do everything for my ancestors, and I listen to what they have to say to me. Sometimes it's crazy shit, but Oh, could I curse?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That shit, you know what I'm saying? I know I come off as crazy, but that's all right.
No, it's fine with me, man. So, most importantly, man, like we know that you are, you've got your own promotion that you've been running. You're a co-founder because we've had Chris Kazama on the show. So
that's crazy because I was going to be like, y'all should have asked Chris. Y'all should have asked me because he's a personality, man. I mean, I'm a personality too, but terrible with people.
Hey, it's okay. But anyway, so we know you're the promoter, you're the co-founder. We know that you're also one of the bookers and you're a worker. So tell us about what's it like to be in those positions and carry that many hats.
Oh shit. Okay. So I started this all by myself. Okay, I can't really say all by myself. Me and this guy I went to school with, he's the one who designed the Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling Championship. He's the one who designed it. Me and Latif, we would just talk about wrestling just every day. I even had my own videos on YouTube that I used to be named WWE Black or whatever. I used to just talk about the black wrestlers in WWE and the shit they were going through. So I started this by myself, and then I quickly realized that, it's impossible to do this by yourself. I I've known Chris since I got back from Afghanistan, 2012. They were backyard wrestling, and I met them then at that point, and I asked them, I was like, yo, like, hey, why are you guys wrestling in a park when you could like do this at the DC Armory? And from that point on, like, I met him, I met Ty, I met Jamila. Well, she's a little bit later, and I met all of these great people, and it's taxing. Even in the beginning, I was trying to do everything by myself. I was trying to book everything. I was trying to pay for everything. I was trying to do everything by myself. I am my father's son. I don't ask for help, so it's tiring. It's very tiring until I met Chris, and he literally took half the load off my desk. He took those hats. We dispersed all the work now, and it's a lot easier than it was before. So it's taxing to wear all that many hats, because I don't just do wrestling. Like, I'm a writer. I've published books, 3 actually. I'm working on my 4th currently. That's pretty much it. I mean, I don't just do that. Like, I video edit. Occasionally I rap. Occasionally I act. There's a lot of different things that I do. Plus this, that's been it's a lot. I hardly have time to do anything.
No, I understand. As a co-founder of this channel, trust me, man, I understand like the editing part.
Oh God,
audio, pushing stuff out.
Are you the only one doing the editing?
Yes. 100%.
You need to tell them to learn how to edit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I've been editing since I was 17 years old. I had to teach myself how to do it. And then me and my friends would do like skits and things like for like a 5-year span. And I noticed at the end of that 5-year span, I'm the only one, like, they could have learned how to edit and done all that, the same stuff I'm doing. Like, I'm the only one doing it. It gets taxing. Man, help him, Chris.
Listen, I know all about the struggle. I had to take my own hiatus from editing for the same reason. I self-taught myself how to do everything. Photoshop, Premiere, all that kind of stuff. Self-taught.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like one of those things where like I picked it up. I was looking for like a good editing program, but I didn't want something that was gonna be on my computer, because I was like, I'm always on the go. Mm-hmm. So like all these interviews, even like this one, right? So I'll take this one, I'll download it into my Google Drive. I'll download it to my phone. I have all the templates already ready to go. So I just put the templates up, like put some transitions, throw our theme song on there. And then by the time, now these guys are all like, oh, you're already done with that. I was like, no, dude, it's just routine now. It just goes quick.
Yeah. See, I couldn't do it, man.
And then it's like, there's like scheduling the dates.
So like, I edit the shows too.
Oh wow!
If you watched our, we called it Fight Island, I edited it. Okay. I did all of the editing, everything, literally everything. I shot it, everything. Like, obviously, Chris had some stuff in there, but
yeah, it's wild, man. I definitely understand. So like with each hat that you wore and are currently wearing, like. What are some of like the challenges that you've had to overcome, and like what are some of the challenges you've had, and then how have you overcome those challenges?
I think my greatest challenge is that I said it earlier. Like I try to do everything by myself, and I feel like most people, once they get older, they start realizing that it's trying to do everything yourself is almost impossible. Because I feel like society puts so much pressure on people to like be so sufficient that that it will break people. There's also reason why I actually help other people. I don't just do everything by myself now, but I've had to learn how to let people help me, because otherwise I would run myself into the ground, because I've done it before and it is not a pretty sight. Yeah.
Don't worry, man. I definitely understand.
Yeah.
So I want to ask one of the questions that Chaz actually sent in, right? Mm-hmm. So he asked, What went into the decision in making Trisha Adora the first PAWDC?
Damn. Okay. So y'all want the behind the scenes. Y'all want that dirt. All right.
Hey man,
so
if you don't want to be behind the curtain, we won't peek. We won't.
No. Because I've been pretty open with this. One of my favorite wrestlers is Sonny Kiss, right?
Mhm.
I met Sonny Kiss, I don't know what, 4 years back. I didn't really even like meet him, whatever. Obviously, I saw him and I thought he was a girl originally, right? But anyway, I watched him work and I was like, yo, that's a bad mamma jamma. That's a bad motherfucker. And I'm already thinking about the belt. We already created the belt, I think. Yep, at the time, the belt was already being created. It was actually in production by Belts by Dan. And me and Latif were like, okay, who should be the champ, right? Because I've always known Trish. Me and Trish went to Afghanistan together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me and Trish went to Afghanistan together. In 2012,
okay.
all of 2012, we were deployed on the same base.
Okay.
So I've always known Trish. And the craziest thing is we both want to be wrestlers. She was like everybody who's super serious about being a wrestler, they fucking drop everything and they go to Florida. I am not a people person. And even in a group of people that I know, I still get shy about wrestling. So like you can't be a shy wrestler because otherwise you're gonna fuck up or you're gonna hurt somebody or you're just not gonna impress anybody because the vets want you to volunteer and that type of thing and to impress them, go to like tryouts and stuff. Like anyway, point of the matter is I knew Trish for a long time. So my original plan was actually to book Sonny Kiss as the first Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling Champion. He was the first person we chose. We chose him because obviously, I mean, somebody saw something in him. Now that's why he's on AEW. He got signed. He got signed, and I was like, okay, yeah, his price tag probably like a whole G right now. But during that whole time, Trish had been like tearing shit up, right? Trish had been tearing shit up, and Grimm, Mr. Grimm, awesome talent, was tearing shit up, right? So I was like, okay, I don't know how long Trish is going to be on the market because I know that Trish is going to get signed. Like it's one of those things like you just like it's when I looked at Sonny, I was like, that nigga gonna get signed. And it doesn't matter how gay he is. Like he's gonna get signed. I have that same like pit in my stomach about Trish. Trish is gonna get signed. I don't know with who, but like I know somebody's gonna sign her. And then eventually it went from fast. She was killing it at fast. She went to California. She's killing it over at Hood Slam. She come back. She's killing it back over here. Now she had fucking ROH, killing it at ROH. Future of Honor, right?
Right.
And I'm watching her because I was actually decided to get serious and went to MCW. That's the big training school in my area, Maryland Championship Wrestling. I went to that school and they like partnered with ROH. So I'm watching Trish. Like I'm watching Trish, and I'm just like, yo, that girl is gold. I'm also watching Grimm. Grimm is gold. I don't honestly, I don't know why any of these people, part of the reason why I created this belt in the first place. I don't know why any of these people didn't get signed yet. So I'm like, you know what? All right, okay. I'm going to put the title on Grimm, right? A lot of things happened leading up to then that we were supposed to be a C3W, then that stopped because of egos, and then we just basically formed Fight by ourselves. It felt right. We changed, and we was like, you know what, Trish deserves this. Trish deserves this, and not only that, I want people to know that like it makes more of a statement because like at the time people were like, oh, men shouldn't wrestle women, and again, I've known Trish since Afghanistan. Trish is one of the strongest people I know. Notice I said people. I did not say woman. Trish is strong as hell. So I feel like in the realm of believability, if a person is wrestling someone they're as strong as and they're as skilled as, it makes sense. Like, I don't believe what Jungle Boy should beat fucking Luchasaurus ever. Like, but it's going to happen. It's like Rey Mysterio, that whole deal. So with Trish, it was like that with her, Grimm, and Darius Lockhart, who's also another person we consider, who also should be signed. So we fucking, she is hot as fire because she was killing that primetime, which also opened up in DC. So we decided we was going to make Grimm the super bad guy, because Grimm is really good bad guy, and he has a manager, Sean Carlson, who is really good at just heating people up. So we decided, we're going to make Grimm the super bad guy because he carried it. And we're going to make Trish the super underdog. And if you watch the video on IWTV, it was the right decision. Motherfuckers was crying, okay? It was the right decision. That is the reason why we chose Trish. That's why we put the title on Trish. It really didn't have anything to do with her knowing me. If I didn't know Trish, more than likely she would have that title still. And that's the story, at least. It's not the detailed story, but it's the story,
I can attest to that too, by the way. I was at that show where she won the title. There were tears in the audience. It was a beautiful moment, and I agree. It felt right.
Yeah.
It was like perfect call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting that phone call from Chaz, and he was like, Trish won! Oh my God, dude, you should have seen the match. I was like, I will watch it on IWTV, I promise.
Yeah, man.
I was like, but thanks for spoiling it for me, Chaz. That was definitely great. I was waiting to be surprised, and then that happened. I was so I knew who won. I knew who won going into it, and I was excited either way. Yeah, man. So let me see. I got to see what else Chaz had. Chaz had one more other question that he wanted to ask. Well, actually, you just talked about that anyway. He was like, "How did Fight Pro get started?" But we have already talked about that, so he. Yeah.
Actually, I can tell you the story now if you want some juice.
Johnny, give us the juice. We want all of it.
You're about to get the juice, yams, and the sauce. So, all right. We created the belt. We created the title, and we tried to fund our own show using GoFundMe. It didn't work very well. I think we got $600 from the GoFundMe. It was hard trying to get the title out there because I knew when people saw that title that people were gonna fucking lose their minds. Like black people, I already knew we were gonna get heat for it but I didn't care. I was like, the heat is going to help us, so whatever. Black people are gonna lose their mind when they see this. And I'm not sure who, but someone, it might have been Black Wrestling Alliance on Instagram. They shared our shit.
Yes, that's exactly who it was. Yep. That's where I first saw it.
They shared us, and from that point on, we blew up. And everybody's talking about the belt. Oh, I want to get a copy of the belt. And I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I just want to do a tournament and give the belt to somebody. We didn't have the money to do it, right? And there are two companies sprouting up in our area. It's Primetime and C3W, right? Those two companies were already had shows. And I was just trying to get one show off just to get the title, and then every year have an annual show. I did not want to have a promotion. I didn't care to have a promotion because I just wanted to wrestle or go up MCW, do my thing, try to get to ROH, and then that was my goal. So we were contacted by someone also on Instagram, and they said, you know what, you should talk to this guy. Because we were looking for a venue, and the venues are like $3,000 here. Contact this guy, and and the guy is the guy from C3W. So I talked to him. We have a meeting. We have like 2 different meetings. All right, he's like, okay, you can run your tournament on my show, man. This is a beautiful belt. Black people need this. But from the beginning, there was something about him that I didn't trust. I did not trust. There was something about him. you know that black guy who always has the butt, or I don't know how to explain it. It's you could just tell that like he not really down for the cause. So I'm like, okay, you are OG, but like there's something about you, right? So anyway, I was like, fuck it, I just want to get this over with. I'm done. I just want to get it over with. So we're with these people. They give us a show. They give us one show, and half the crowd is our crowd. I promote their show. I put something like $3,000 into their show, right? That's paying Maryland commission and promotion. The extra 1,000 actually came from promotion. I'm literally their only street team in Washington, D.C. I'm going from places to place, putting up flyers and stuff, handing flyers out, telling people at schools, like doing that. Then the guy, he tells me, he's like, I want you guys to do more triple threat matches for this tournament. And I'm like, the point of the tournament is to showcase people. I don't want to be cheap and just throw everybody in there, because the people who got chosen for the the people who got chosen to be in the tournament, they got voted in. We let people vote. We put a fucking voting poll out there, and we got something like 1,000 something votes. And those people, and we ended up choosing like 20 people from that. So like, no, we're not going to do it. We're going to do it like this. We're going to build it like this. And we noticed when we did the math, he was like, he gave us 3 shows. We noticed when we did the math, we need an extra show. So at this time, I'm actually getting Chris to help me. I'm getting all these extra people to help me. People were asking to help. I'm like, fuck it, help. We help. But at the same time, we noticed that the guy from C3W was acting funny. Like I told him, we actually had a free show up in Southeast. I had a free show down there, and I told him that we were going to do an extra show. We need to do an extra show. I told him. He's like, yeah. And he started acting funny. From that point on, we never heard back from him. All the way up until our first show, he sends this thing, wacky, we're terminating our friendship or our partnership letter. There was no contract signed. It was an agreement between brothers, between men. Like, he sends this thing and he says, hey, I can't remember what it was. It was like, it was something ridiculous. It was like, you guys essentially took our wrestlers, which we didn't. You took our wrestlers and you're trying to build another promotion. Keep in mind, I did not try to build another promotion. We just wanted to get the thing over with. We wanted to equal it out so that way in December, because we were planning on bringing in fucking MVP money out of my own pocket. I was planning on bringing MVP to their show to essentially crown who was going to be the champion, just to be there, because I wanted to get somebody who's a legend to be there. So he terminated us, right? And from that point on, Chris, because Chris is a petty motherfucker. I love him, but he's petty. Chris was like, you know what? Fuck it. We gonna make our own shit. Like, I was like, okay, I'm with it. The funniest thing, my wife was actually petty about it too. She was like, you can make your own shit. You don't need him. I was like, fuck it. We gonna do this. So we made our own promotion. We threw our first show. We only had 40 people in the seats. And we only have 40 people in the seats. And I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work. I'm not getting money in return. I need to like at least even out. The next show was packed. Had, I don't know what, almost 150 people in that room. And it was a small room. It probably was more than that because we had no, it was like no more standing room. But in order to get to this, the reason why this is so significant is that those guys from the C3W, they said that they didn't, but they they literally ran a show on the same day we ran a show. They literally tried to like derail us and they couldn't. And that was what happened. And it was way more drama than what I let on, because I'm just tired of talking. But it was way more drama. Like people actively trying to sabotage you and your show and your wrestlers, and telling your wrestlers, if you work for them, then you can't work for us. I'm like, oh God, it's that Maryland wrestling stuff that made it into DC. Ugh. But yeah, that's the actual story of how we got started. It wasn't supposed to be a promotion. I didn't want to do a promotion, but we were just going to do a tournament every year. That's it.
So my last question for you before I turn this over to Chris and let him ask his questions is, what kind of advice would you give for upcoming wrestlers?
Oh, cardio. Cardio. No, find a place where you're comfortable, but not only just comfortable that you're getting pushed. Because a lot of wrestlers get comfortable where they're at, and they never reach their potential. Find a trainer that's going to push you, that wants you to be better than them. That's the trainer that you want. You don't want the trainer who's going to book you on their card and do nothing with you and keep you around and basically be their like whipping boy for 5-6 years. And that's 5-6 years of your career that went by when you could have been getting booked over here at TNA or well, now it's Impact, getting booked at TNA and places like that, you know? Yeah, find and cardio, because cardio is very important. I worked too many people who blew up in the first 10 minutes. Well, first 3 minutes, blew up. Okay, yeah.
That's solid advice. All right, well, thank you, Cliff, for asking all the good, hard-hitting questions, getting all the juice. Take the steam out of my questions now. Feel less than, but it's okay. All right, so Johnny,
sure.
I'm sure you've been asked before in your career what's your favorite match that you've ever been in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the opposite route. What's the worst match?
My very first match. My very first match. Okay. So my very first match, I'm already dealing with this, like, I know you guys know my story. I'm dealing with a shitload of racism from these people who are supposed to be my trainers. They want me to be essentially crime time. They want me, and there was another guy that I used to tag with. They wanted us to basically be hood dudes. Like I'm from the hood. Like I don't want to, like, why would I want to be that in the ring, you know? He wants us to do that. So I'm like, I said no. So what I did was I deliberately went out and got face paint and painted my face as stereotypical African as possible, and wrestled in a match where I can't remember the dude's name. It was like Dog something or something. These guys who wear these masks, these big white dudes who wear these masks. I was tag teaming with some rando, and in the match, the kid calls out the pedigree, like literally, like we're going at it, we plan what we're gonna do, and for out of nowhere, this kid calls the pedigree. He hooks my arms and he goes, pedigree. Like, first of all, I didn't hear him. Second of all, I'm not like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, if I just power out of this shit and fuck him up, I'm gonna get heat from somebody else. So you know what I did? I fucking jumped and let him tiger bomb me, and and I no sold this shit, no sold it. I fucking no sold. I was like, no, and then the match ended all fucking weird. Like nobody was pinned. It was like somebody came and interfered. It was some weird shit. It was supposed to be a 6-minute match. Just do some tag stuff, do some super simple tag stuff, and the big guys are supposed to take everybody out, and then they're supposed to get jumped by somebody else. That never happened. Literally, in the middle of and this kid was like 5'8", like 130. And I'm 200 pounds. I'm probably 260 at that time. I let him do that because I couldn't figure out what he wanted to be. Like, I was like, oh, why are you hooking my arms? Like, me and him had words after that, but that was my worst match.
Wow.
I've ever been in. It was my very first match. It was the worst experience ever. Because of that, I go over everything now. I annoy people. It's part of the reason why I don't want to work anybody who's a name, because I know I'm going to annoy that person. Look, I need to go over everything we gonna do. Everything to the T. Now, I know later you're gonna add your character and there's gonna be some impromptu stuff that's going to happen, but you're not calling out a fucking pedigree as a regular move, a regular move. Yeah. yeah. But yeah,
wow.
that was my worst match. Never again. Never.
I know that's a horrible experience for you, but that's a great story. That's a really good story. All right, my next question.
Mm-hmm.
If you could form a Survivor Series team of black wrestlers, who are you putting on your team?
Trish Adora, Darius Lockhart, Will Power, need him. We got 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means I gotta add one more person. Fuck it, Sunny Kiss.
All right, that's not a bad team.
That's my 5 right there.
I like that 5.
That's my 5.
All right, next question. What advice would you give to someone that wants to start their own promotion?
Their own promotion?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Don't be discouraged by other promotions. I've had the unique experience of being born because of another promotion, out of spite, essentially. Don't let other promotions intimidate you. Don't get discouraged by other promotions, because that's what's going to happen, especially if you're in a metropolitan area. There will be other promotions, and because people are so bent out of shape about money. And the craziest thing about wrestling is, like, wrestling audiences don't give a damn about having, what's the word? God damn it. Loyalty to your brand. If they like wrestling, they're going to come to your show, right? So you're not going to lose any money. Now if your show is trash, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose fans. That is on you. That ain't on me for opening up my promotion. If you lose fans, if you have to give out 75 tickets to fill up your to make it look like people are coming to see you, if you have to give out that many tickets to get people, like, fucking basically beg people to come, that is on you. If just stay in your lane. Don't let anybody discourage you. That is my advice.
That's solid advice.
Yeah.
All right, my last question for you. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, what do you want Jonny Cross's legacy in the wrestling business to be?
Oh, it's already there. You think it? So, like, a Pan-African World Sport Wrestling Championship, that title is going to go places. Trish just having it has skyrocketed it. And not only that, there are wrestlers, like, across seas who want a shot at that, who are in Canada, who are fucking in the Caribbean who want a shot at Trish. So I think the Pan-African World Sport Wrestling Championship, that is my legacy. Honestly, I think that's the best I could give. I don't think I'm getting ROH or anything. I get hurt too easy. So like, I work out too hard, and because I work out too hard, I hurt myself. Uh, but I think a part WC is going to be my legacy. It is my legacy. That's what I gave to wrestling. And I spent my own money, my own deployment money. I was just sitting there. I was like, you know what? I want to do this because I'm tired of us getting overlooked. And I feel like not because of me, I don't want to be the guy like, oh, it's because of me black wrestlers are being recognized. But I have helped more black wrestlers be recognized, and I think I've done my job well.
Awesome stuff, man. All right, Cliff, take it away.
All right. So that's all the big bad questions that we have for you, man. But we have another set of questions. We call it a world famous 10 count questions. It's easy stuff, man. We're going to rapid fire a bunch of questions to you. It's the first thought that comes to your mind.
Oh, God.
The pressure's on because the imaginary timer is going to go off and ding. Here we go. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Raw or SmackDown?
SmackDown.
Favorite podcast?
So the New Day podcast. I was about to kiss y'all ass. I'm sorry. I've only listened to the New Day podcast. It's only because my wife downloads it and listens to it too. So I don't have any time to do anything.
Let's be honest. We will take second place to the New Day podcast because I listen every Monday morning. I get in my car. The first thing I put on is Feel the Power. Trust me.
Great podcast. It is. It's great.
It's amazing. Look, we're putting them over here. All right. So night owl or early bird?
Night owl. Definitely.
Too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
Last show you binge watched?
Ooh, Devilman Crybaby.
Okay. Friday night, what are you doing?
Getting some ass.
Favorite answer. That's my favorite answer.
All right. Batman or Superman?
Batman.
All right. Nominate one person that you'd want to see on this podcast.
One person I want to see on this podcast. Actually, I think it's time that people recognize J.A. From our promotion. I think he needs to be interviewed. He definitely needs to be interviewed. Yeah, just amazing. J.A. from our podcast, from our GM. Yeah, him.
J.A., you heard him. We're coming to get you. We're going to book you on this show. All right, and last but not least, my favorite question to ask every single person who comes on this podcast, favorite curse word?
Fuck.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
So there's how it goes, man. That's our 10 count questions. So let all of our listeners and viewers know where they can find you.
You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter as Jonny JONNY X_bruh BRUH.
All right. There you go. And then also you have a YouTube channel as well.
Oh, damn. Damn, I done forgot my damn. Shit. Because what's fucked up about it is that I have so many YouTube channels that like all of my YouTube channels popped in my head.
I know how it goes.
Yeah, don't worry. Fuck it. If you like politics and talking about real stuff, then I have a channel called Sir Killington of Colorstruck. It's long, I know. If you like to laugh, my this is the only one of Anarchius 88. That's ANARCHIOUS 88. So there you go.
And then as he's also mentioned that he's already written 3 books and he has a 4th one on the way.
Oh yeah, just Amazon. Just go to Amazon, type Judgment Day, and Jonathan Martin, the most generic white name ever.
Great marketing.
I mean, that's pretty. You know what? I'm gonna give that a close second.
Excellent marketing.
I'm gonna give it a very close second.
I like that. Jonathan Martin. That white person's gonna be real mad as hell when they see that back cover. And see artist. I mean, author.
Oh my God.
With that being said, that's how we're going to wrap this up. So I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller. This is the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I am here with Chris Idol and our special guest, Jonny X. We will catch you guys later. So, check out the next episode and be there or be somewhere else. What's going on, 3 Count Nation? I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller with the catchphrase. But what I really want you to do right now, go to twitter.com, right? Go over there, find us at the 3count_pod, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. Go to IG at the 3countpod, give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment. We want to interact with you. Go to youtube.com, give us a subscribe, turn the bell on, turn the notifications, leave a comment. We want to talk to you. Go to anchor.fm/the3count podcast, and in there, you can leave us a message, and we will talk to you. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we want to talk to you. We want to have fun with you guys, and we love listening to what you guys have to say. Also, one thing I need you to do for me, the 3 Count podcast also has merchandise. Oh! At prowrestlingtees.com/the3count pod. Please go buy our t-shirts. We love you guys, and we hope you love us too. So, show us some support, please.